Welcome back, my friends, to part two of Roberto Duran versus Iran Barkley film study. We just finished the sixth round in the last part, or in the first part, and we are going into round seven. We talk about Duran's hands down style, his head movement, changing distances or range. And I said he would pick up later in the fight, and he started picking up his activity in the sixth round. And we shall see what happens next. And we start the seventh. Nice body shot. This is a Joe Louis-esque jab where he would paw with his right hand and jab at the same time. Now, the reason Duran did this, we talked about in the first part, is because he thought Barkley was going to jab to the body here. So Barkley looks like he's going to the body, and Duran was catching that jab to the body and throwing his own jab, although Barkley didn't jab. And then he followed up with the right hand. Boom. Nice body shot by Barkley. Let's watch that again. Now you could see Duran, instead of holding on the inside, he's working on the inside. He's getting on the inside and he's throwing his short punches. His best punches are his short punches, especially to the body. And like I said, with a taller opponent, you don't always have to close the distance. Sometimes they close the distance for you, especially in Barkley's case, because he's a come-forward, taller opponent. He fights on the inside a lot. Doesn't really use his jab. Nice left hook right there, and I think he catches him again with another one. But Duran kind of rolled. You see that? He sees it coming. You could see his eyes. He's looking at that left hook, and he's anticipating it, and he kind of turns his head with it. This is called, there's a term for this called rubbernecking or rolling with the punch. It's just to take some steam off the punch, and then he comes back but misses. But that's why having good eyes, or always having your eyes open, is so important in boxing. You want to be able to see every punch coming at you, because the punches you don't see are the ones that affect you the most. The best way to explain this is, if you have an enemy, you're kind of thinking that they might do something to you, so you're expecting it. But if a friend does something to you that's bad, you don't expect it and it hurts you more. And that's exactly seeing punches and not seeing punches coming at you. The punch you see, you're expecting it, you could tense up, roll with it, step away, slip it, whatever, take something off of it. The punch you don't see coming is the one that's going to affect you the most, because you didn't move out the way, you didn't anticipate it. And you see that's another form of anticipation right here. Barkley, you could see his hand, he drops it back. What punch do you think he's going to come up with? The uppercut. And then Duran could see this, and even as the punch lands, he's moving up with it. So him moving up isn't the effect of the uppercut, he's just taking something off of the uppercut. Comes back with a jab and a right hand. Now this is when we see the magic of Roberto Duran on the inside. We'll see when he gets into other exchanges how he does on the inside. And that's again changing range. He just fought on the inside. Now, when you're fighting someone on the inside, like I explained before, now Barkley's thinking of throwing short punches because Duran is on the inside. Now when Barkley goes to throw his short punches, Duran goes out and he makes him miss. Same thing if Duran was on the outside, Barkley would be throwing long punches, and then if Duran all of a sudden moved in, Barkley's long punches would miss because he's aiming for someone that's here when Duran is now here. So that's changing range. Nice right hand. This is something that I've seen a lot of great fighters do. Is you throw the right hand, and if the opponent is moving to your right, if Duran would have went in with like a right hand and stayed orthodox, Barkley would have went around him from the outside. But what Duran does here is he steps with the right foot when he throws the right hand, and he switches southpaw, and now he has Barkley covered from this area. Another fighter that did it, Julio Cesar Chavez, did it a lot. A guy that not a lot of people like anymore, Margarito, he did it against Sergio Martinez. But you throw that right hand, you step with it, and now he has him on this side. And now he kept him a little bit longer, but Barkley got on the outside eventually. Nice left hook. Ooh, nice shots. Now this is why I said when you move up in weight, some prerequisites to be able to move up in weight is having a solid chin, and this is the case right here. That snapped his. I don't think he rolled with that one. And he got hit again, and he got out the way of the last one and got hit with the right hand. So you gotta have a good chin if you're gonna move up in weight. And that's what Duran had. He had a huge head. Nice right there, made him miss the right hand, came back with his own right hand. Nice right uppercut. Now what Duran did on the inside is, you can't really see it here, but what he would do is he would kind of ply the opponent's hands away from their chest. So he would kind of make openings by pulling down their hand. He would kind of tangle up their arms and pull them down to open up their body, and then he would sneak in punches to the body. So you think of like he's plying open a door just to get in. He did that a lot on the inside. We'll see if he does it here. But that's one of his best attributes. I tried it a long time ago in sparring. I used to study Duran a lot, and it actually worked extremely well on the inside. Nice right hand right there. Steps away from the jab, catches it as he steps. That's what I said about catching, or I mentioned this in the first part, is when Duran parries a jab this way, he moves his head that way, just in case he misses the parry, he's out the way. This is something else with catching a jab. You can catch the jab and keep your head in the same position. Or what you could do is catch and lean out of it or step out of it in case the right hand comes. And now Barkley is slightly off balance with the jab. He put too much momentum into the jab. So usually when someone jabs, or a good jab is, you want to stop right here for Barkley. The hand should be extended and hitting the target. But this is where you want to stop, so you can pull that leg back quickly. That's why you want to have majority of your weight on the backside. So like a measuring tape, you let the tape out and then it snaps back. But if you put too much right here, I'm pretty sure he's above his toes, and then he's open for that 1, 2. So that's why you don't always want to put weight on your left foot when you jab. It causes too much momentum forward. And then if the opponent catches your jab or slips it, you're open for the counter. Beautiful right hook, left hook right here by Duran. I threw one before this one. Yeah, right there. Boom. Now, what is Barkley doing wrong? He cocks back his punches too much. Now, a lot of fighters do this, but they're usually very fast, and they get away with it. But Barkley here on the inside, he's doing it against a guy whose eyes are always open, who's a master at fighting on the inside. So as soon as he sees the hand go back, the counter is coming. Or not the counter, he's throwing it before the punch even came out. This is why against great fighters that keep their eyes open and are very aware of their surroundings, you can't cock back your hand this much, because that's the counter right there. And then he gets in a left hook and gets out of the way of Barkley's left hook. Sorry about the outside noise, they're doing some work as always outside. I always felt bad for Barkley watching his fights. He's always in a war. See, that's what I meant when you need a good chin to be able to move up in weight like Manny Pacquiao. Barkley also has a huge head. That's probably why he could take so many punches. The average person, they would have got hit with 2 jabs here. Always look at this type of stuff and be like, I imagine an average or a beginner boxer or someone that talks bad about boxers, if these 2 jabs coming at them, they would have got hit twice in the nose already. But this comes with experience. Duran pulls out of that one, slips out of that one, gets a jab to the body, gets out of that one. For an average person, they would have got caught with 2 jabs to the nose. Nice left hook by Barkley. Duran spent too much time on the inside right here. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Spun him around. Like that's a neck cracking hook. You could see his neck literally cranked to the side. Like that should have put another guy down. Duran now, he's spending a little bit too much time in the same spot. And then see, Barkley's getting to him. Before he wasn't staying in the same spot, he would punch, move his head. And the other thing you see is when Duran is on the inside, he's usually kind of leaning on the opponent. So what this does is he can work on the inside, then he still has his legs behind him where he could lean out of shots, which he's been doing the whole fight. Now, the what Barkley could have done is when Duran is leaning on him, is take a step back or a step to the side, and Duran would fall forward because he is leaning on his shoulder. Barkley is supporting Duran. Think of if you're leaning on a door and someone opens that door, you're gonna fall forward. Robert Garcia did that against John Molina, I believe, twice in their fight. So the reason you do this is because you lean like Duran is because he could work on the inside, but he still can lean back out of shots. But the bad side to this, if you're in front of a good fighter, is they'll step out or step to the side, or they can pull your head down into a shot because you are leaning forward. Beautiful right there. So this is another thing my coach used to teach me about. He called it wheeling back. Is when someone is leaning on you, or here, let me explain it this way. Fighters or boxers, they're very hard-headed. So what that means is, if I'm in a fight and I'm pushing against the guy, the other guy, instead of letting me move in, they're gonna want to push back. They just want to do the opposite of what you're doing because they always think they're trying to overpower you or whatever. When I have someone constantly pushing against me, I'm like, okay, push against me. I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna step out and let you push yourself forward, and then counter you after I step out. But when you constantly fight someone that's trying to push you back, you burn your own energy. So my coach used to make one person like a sparring drill, one person here, one person here. This person pushing forward on the other guy, and the other guy just stepping back with him and throwing uppercuts as he steps back. Because you're using your opponent's momentum against them. But Barkley here, he's moving back a little bit, but he's pushing against Duran, and that's what Duran wants, because then he could lean more and then throw his body shots and uppercuts even more. But yeah, see? See how Duran is moving forward? And then Barkley pushes against him. Now if someone pushes you, now the roles are reversed. Barkley is the one pushing. Duran should have stepped back and caught him with an uppercut while Barkley was moving in, which he did with that jab right there. So if someone's pushing against you constantly, let them move in sometimes. Counter them, uppercuts, hooks. Don't always be resistant to what your opponent is trying to do. You want to use what they do against them. Nice double right hand. And that's it for round 8. are off into round 9. I think this is where Duran drops Barkley. I think, if it's not the 10th. So if you're a fighter, you want to be able to see stuff in slow motion like Duran. It comes with experience, and it comes with training your eyes to stay open. When your eyes stay open, you can see stuff when they start, and you can think ahead. Nice left hand work from Barkley. This is what Barkley should have done more of, is moving around. Although he got caught with the right hand right there. See, this is what I was talking about, how Duran leans forward and then leans out of punches. He's leaning forward over his toes are down right here, and his head's all the way forward. Now Barkley, if he just took a half step back, a tiny jump back, and threw an uppercut, he would catch Duran square, but he didn't. And then Duran leans out. A low blow by Duran a little bit ago. Nice right hand from Duran. Nice right uppercut. Nice right hand from Barkley. That's what I mean when you parry or catch a jab, you can lean back. Duran parried the jab, but he leaned back also, so even if he didn't catch the jab right there, he still wouldn't have gotten hit because he moved his head back, but he catches the jab at the very end of it. Barkley is just too animated with his punches. They're too predictable because he kind of winds up, and like you'll see here with the hook, when Duran gets out of that hook. See, like, this is just a good fighter, or a fighter of the experience, that has experience like Duran. As soon as he sees you late like this, he already knows what punch is coming. As soon as you do this, as soon as you even drop that left shoulder down, because from this position, before even there, Barkley's not going to throw a jab. He's going to throw a big right hand because he's loading it up, and Duran could see that coming. Now this, when I'm explaining it in slow motion, it looks very easy to do, but in a fight, for someone that's less experienced, they wouldn't be able to pick up on that move by Barkley doing this. But that's why you need experience, or why experience is so beneficial in fighting, is because Duran has seen this setup before, so he already knows what's coming. Crosses with the jab. So experience also helps you see stuff in slow motion because you recognize patterns, and setups and the way fighters move to throw what punch before, and you can recognize it in the fight. Now Barkley's just he's setting up his punches too, making it too predictable when he throws his big punches. Nice left hooks from Barkley. I guess Duran drops him in the 10th round, not the 9th. Duran's coming in hot. Nice double left hook from Barkley. No, who do you think is trying to stay on the outside more for the last couple seconds? This was a beautiful sequence. If you saw, Duran was the one jabbing and staying on the outside, not Barkley, the taller person. Okay, let's see here. Goes under the jab, right hand. Rolls with that right hand. Left hook, right hand. Left, half uppercut, half hook. Under, right to the body. This was one of Duran's strengths, which was rolling under and throwing to the body. He did that with the right hand also when he dipped down or rolled under the left hook. Rolls under the left hook. Again, if you look closely at Barkley, he got hit with that right hand. He turned to his right, and you could see his elbow move back. He's coming back with the right hook. And then Duran just catches him with that left hook upstairs. Bang. Nice right hand. So I guess Duran didn't drop him in the 9th or 10th. It was the 11th round. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the 12th round. You can tell who the crowd's rooting for. Now, Duran's dad was Mexican, I believe. His mom was Panamanian. His dad was Mexican. That's probably why he had such a good chin. Mexicans usually have the best chins. Like I said, Duran is the one staying on the outside. Barkley's the one trying to close the distance. It's the opposite of what their body types they should be doing depending on their body types. It's the opposite of what each person is doing. See, Duran's the one taking the jab from the outside. Beautiful work by Duran on the inside. Is this one? Whoa, it didn't happen yet. I remember the knockdown happening earlier in the fight than it did than when I'm watching it now. I think this is it. Nope. Nice right hand from Barkley. Oh, there it is. Oh. Yeah, we'll watch it slow motion later and they'll replay it, I'm pretty sure. Crowd's going nuts. Nice right hook from Duran to the body. And the round is over. Boom, boom. I guess Duran wanted to stay on the outside or the mid range a little bit. He found his right hand was working better for him from that range than on the inside. Barkley was a pretty good inside fighter. You won't see too many Barkleys anymore. A guy that gets big fights but moves forward a lot, like Barkley, takes a lot of punishment. So you could see Durant staying right on the outside. I'm guessing from earlier on he figured out his right hand. That right hand was doing better than on the inside. He's using his jab more on the outside. Now Barkley's coming in with a double jab, left hook, nice punch. Nice left hook. Beautiful. Now Barkley did say he thought he won this fight. He thought that they gave it to Duran so they can make, I think it was Leonard versus Duran 3 or some other big fight that Duran was in after this fight. It's a beautiful shot right there. And that is it. Duran wins this one. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more. I was watching a fight yesterday, Jose Napoles versus Hedgeman Lewis. A great fight, 15-rounder, title fight. Maybe I'll do that one tomorrow. I still got to do Jeff Lacey versus Joe Calzaghe. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I shall be back with more. Thank you, and have a great day. Bye.